In the harshest environments, the honey badger often finds itself at the center of unpredictable confrontations. It is neither the fastest nor the largest creature, yet it remains composed under pressure. Every engagement triggers a chain reaction that forces its adversaries to instantly alter their behavior. What is it that makes the honey badger one of the most tenacious species in the natural world? The honey badger is a small animal widely distributed across Africa and parts of Asia, inhabiting environments ranging from savannas to semi-deserts. Although small in stature, its quick reflexes and high endurance enable it to remain steady and active in a wide variety of situations. In the wild, the honey badger rarely retreats when faced with pressure. It constantly adjusts its positioning, reacts to the slightest movements, and maintains a dynamic rhythm throughout the encounter. This tenacity stems not merely from raw strength, but from an ability to sustain constant pressure during every confrontation. In arid and semi-arid regions, tortoises rely on instinct to seek shelter when facing danger. They memorize the locations of water and food sources while digging burrows to escape the heat and retain moisture. Upon sensing nearby vibrations, the tortoise withdraws into its shell to minimize risk. But a movement close by begins to exert distinct pressure. Emerging from the brush, the honey badger approaches slowly, observing the tortoise's reactions before shifting its position. It tests various short-range approaches, maintaining escalating pressure that disrupts the tortoise's stability and forces it to react constantly. As the tortoise's defensive rhythm falters, the outcome becomes clear. It loses its ability to hold its ground. The honey badger takes control of the situation before moving on, and the environment quickly returns to a state of quiet. Crocodiles are widely distributed across tropical and subtropical Africa, typically found in warm rivers and swamps. With a body exceeding 8 feet in length, thick hide, and a bite force of approximately 3,000 to 5,000 psi, the crocodile maintains a dominant position in its environment. It spends much of its time lying motionless, holding its ground and monitoring its surroundings, ready to react to any unusual disturbance. The silence is broken when a honey badger emerges from the brush, approaching swiftly and decisively. It darts in to bite and then retreats, repeating the maneuver, forcing the crocodile to react instantly. The crocodile snaps its jaws and twists its body repeatedly, but fails to land a hit. The distance between them shifts constantly, and the confrontation is brief yet intense. As the pace slows, so the outcome becomes clear. Neither side has been defeated. The crocodile fails to capture the honey badger, while the badger voluntarily withdraws to safety. Lions live in prides and fiercely defend their territory, reacting swiftly to any strange animal that intrudes. They are adept at identifying the weakest target and opting for an ambush rather than a prolonged chase. Broad shoulders, a powerful neck, well-developed forelimbs, and strong jaws allow them to subdue opponents at close range, a commanding presence that immediately draws the attention of any observer. From a safe distance, a honey badger watches, then suddenly moves closer as a lone lion spots it and begins to approach. As the gap closes, the honey badger turns to face the threat, baring its teeth and adopting a defensive stance, then repeatedly lunges and retreats. This rapid back and forth forces the lion to halt repeatedly, causing momentary hesitation. As the intensity of the confrontation subsides, the outcome becomes clear. The lion abandons the attack and voluntarily walks away. The honey badger remains uninjured and holds its ground. Calm quickly returns to the area, and the resources remaining in the environment continue to be utilized, potentially serving, in time, as a source of sustenance for the entire pride. Across the high mountain slopes and rocky terrain of Africa, the leopard is widely distributed and well adapted to steep landscapes. Its powerful shoulders, strong neck, sturdy jaws, and well-developed forelimbs enable it to subdue prey at close quarters. It moves silently, stalking from above, until an unusual movement below catches its attention. Recognizing the leopard's ambush tactics, the honey badger keeps its distance and observes the situation before shifting position. Suddenly, the leopard lunges, aiming for a quick kill. But the honey badger turns to face the threat, staying low and launching a relentless counterattack. Despite an injury to its hind leg, it bites and claws furiously, forcing the leopard to retreat and keep its distance. As the intensity of the confrontation subsides, the outcome becomes clear. The leopard abandons the attack and moves away. The honey badger leaves the area with minor injuries but remains mobile. The hunt has failed, and the environment quickly returns to its former state of calm. Across the vast savannas and grasslands of Tanzania, African wild dogs primarily inhabit open environments where long-range visibility aids pack hunting. While they can reach top speeds of around 60 kilometers per hour, their greatest asset is stamina, allowing them to maintain a high pace over extended periods. Their coordinated teamwork exerts constant pressure, ensuring that any erratic movement ahead is instantly detected by the entire pack. As individual dogs shift their positions to close the gap, the honey badger halts and adjusts its stance to avoid being encircled. When the dogs take turns moving in, the badger proactively lunges at the nearest individual before quickly retreating in short bursts. This constant changing of direction disrupts the pack's coordination, making it impossible for them to maintain a tight formation. As the pressure from the encirclement eases, the pack loses its rhythmic coordination, and the formation begins to break down. The outcome becomes clear. The wild dogs abandon their approach and retreat, unsubdued. The honey badger moves away steadily, and the area quickly returns to its former state of calm. Found exclusively on the Ethiopian highlands, these wolves inhabit high-altitude grasslands characterized by intense sunlight and open spaces. Their slender bodies featuring long legs, narrow muzzles, and large ears enable them to detect even the slightest movements from afar. Their reddish-brown and white coats make them stand out against the landscape, and their attention is quickly drawn to the area near a den. Two honey badgers enter the territory and are promptly spotted by the pack. As the gap closes, the wolves approach from multiple directions. The honey badgers constantly shift their course to evade the pack. Eventually, as the distance widens, they leave the area, leaving the wolves in control of their territory. Across the vast savannas, hyenas are highly adaptable to various climatic conditions and can travel dozens of kilometers in search of food. They operate in packs, coordinating effectively and assigning clear roles when approaching a target. Their organized movement gradually constricts the surrounding space, focusing attention on a specific point near a water source. At the water's edge, the honey badger pauses to monitor the hyena pack's approach from every angle. Recognizing their group tactics, It constantly adjusts its position to avoid being encircled. As the gap narrows, it suddenly lunges forward before retreating in a controlled manner, repeating this short, rhythmic motion to disrupt their coordination and force the pack to keep its distance. When the pace of the advance slows and the gap stops closing, the outcome becomes clear. The hyena pack halts and moves no closer. Having held its ground unscathed, the honey badger leaves the area with a steady gait. Quiet quickly returns to the scene. In every confrontation, the honey badger maintains quick reflexes, sustains pressure, and refuses to back down in the face of adversity. It relies not on sheer strength, but on tenacity and the ability to constantly adapt in order to survive. In the wild, remaining steady under pressure is often more important than exerting total control, a trait that defines the honey badger as a truly tenacious species. Movies often portray savanna confrontations as predetermined, but nature operates according to different rules. A moment of hesitation, a misstep, or a wrong reaction can reverse the tide, turning predator into prey. In the wild, victory isn't about strength, but also about patience, observation, and timing. Who will survive? In the savannas and sparse scrublands of sub-Saharan Africa, warthogs live near water sources and low-lying grass areas to observe from a distance, often choosing open spaces with wide views. They avoid dense forests and harsh deserts and use burrows for shelter and rest in their day-night cycle. Once they leave the burrow, their safe distance decreases rapidly, creating a risk of being easily detected. Near the cave entrance in the forest, the leopard hid in the bushes and observed the area for a long time. It remained silent and limited its movement. When the wild boar emerged and before it could react, the leopard lunged from behind, causing the prey to lose its balance as soon as it left its hiding place. The wild boar tried to twist to escape and use its horns to create space, but its proximity to the cave and the constant pressure made it unable to resist. The leopard maintained control and continued to close in. After a short time, the prey was subdued and the hunt ended. In an open environment, leopards gain the advantage through patience and timing. In an open environment, initiative and precise timing quickly decide everything. In herds constantly moving between the wet and dry seasons, zebras always follow the fresh grass on the Serengeti and Masai Mara grasslands. living in savannas, arid and semi-desert regions, weighing between 400 and 1,000 pounds, with strong legs for powerful kicks and speeds of around 40 miles per hour. However, when separated from the herd, the surrounding open space becomes a target of attention. On the edge of the forest, a pack of hyenas silently observed and spotted a zebra that had strayed from its herd. The hyenas immediately tracked it, moving in formation and constantly adjusting their positions to avoid detection. When they were close enough, the entire pack accelerated, creating continuous pressure that forced the prey out of its safe zone and onto a wide trail. At this point, the prolonged pressure caused a rapid decline in stamina and a weakening of the ability to maintain speed. Their escape routes narrowed, and after a short chase, a loss of control set in, marking the end of the pursuit. Amidst the vast savannas of sub-Saharan Africa, such as Kenya, Tanzania, Botswana, and South Africa, buffalo live near water sources and areas with thick grass for foraging and shelter. They migrate seasonally in search of new pastures, their bodies weighing thousands of pounds and their broad, curved horns aiding in self-defense. However, when separated from the herd, the open spaces around them create a risk of being tracked and easily spotted. At the edge of the pasture, the two lions lowered their bodies and split their approach from opposite sides. They watched the lone buffalo grazing, gradually closing the distance unnoticed. When they were close enough, both accelerated simultaneously, forcing the buffalo to react immediately and shifting the tide of battle. The buffalo constantly changed direction and used its horns to create space, but the pressure from two sides quickly depleted its stamina. One lion pursued from behind, the other pressed alongside. After a short chase, the buffalo was caught, subdued, and quickly became the lion's meal. This hunting method demonstrates the advantage of teamwork and maintaining constant pressure over time. When prey leaves a safe position, the outcome is often decided in a short time. On the vast grasslands of East and Southern Africa, such as the Serengeti, Namibia, and Botswana, cheetahs appear as symbols of speed. With their slender bodies, weighing between 45 and 70 kilograms, long legs, and the ability to accelerate to over 100 kilometers per hour. They are built for precise pursuits. Their sharp eyesight and quick reflexes allow them to spot targets from afar. But as they approach the water's edge, the advantage begins to shift dramatically. The crocodile lies motionless beneath the water's surface, silently observing the approaching cheetah undetected. When the distance is only a few meters, a powerful thrust from its tail breaks the silence, locking onto its target in an instant. The tightly clenched jaws cause the cheetah to react violently, trying to retreat toward the shore to escape. But the position too close to the water's edge and the constant pulling force prevent it from escaping. The crocodile maintains pressure, dragging its prey further away. In just a few short seconds, the entire advantage shifted completely to it. Along the riverbanks and lagoons of the Serengeti and Masai Mara, lions move across wide open spaces to access water sources and track migrating prey. Weighing between 330 and 550 pounds, with strong jaws and well-developed forelegs, they are well adapted to hunting on land. But once they enter the water, their comfort zone quickly changes, opening up to danger. From that threat, in the large river, the crocodile remained silent just below the surface, observing for a long time. It made almost no movement, waiting for the right moment. When the lion swam into the middle of the river, the distance shortened rapidly. The crocodile accelerated from behind and lunged forward, forcing the prey to react under unfavorable conditions. Immediately after that moment, the lion tried to maintain its balance and find its way back to shore, but the pressure in the water gradually diminished its control. Movement was restricted, the escape route narrowed, and after only a short time, a loss of control occurred, and the outcome was quickly decided. Changing surrounding conditions can reverse the advantage. The ability to maintain control diminishes step by step, while escape routes gradually narrow. Once a loss of balance occurs, the outcome is usually determined in a short time and difficult to reverse. During their annual migration of thousands of miles between the Serengeti and Masai Mara, over 1.5 million wildebeest constantly move in search of grass and water. Living in savanna and semi-arid environments, they often gather in large herds to reduce risk. However, when one separates from the group, the surrounding open space momentarily becomes an easy target. On the savanna, a pack of wild dogs spotted a lone wildebeest grazing near a small river. The pack immediately tracked it, adjusting their positions until they reached a favorable distance. Then, the entire pack accelerated, creating continuous pressure that forced the wildebeest to move out of control. After the pressure built up, the wildebeest tried to escape back to the water, but the terrain and pressure caused its speed to decrease rapidly. The pack maintained their distance and closed in. After a short run, The prey was caught in an open environment. Endurance and coordination determine the outcome. In the savannas of East Africa, such as Kenya and Tanzania, impalas live near the edge of forests and in areas with open views to easily spot predators. With speeds that can reach nearly 90 kilometers per hour and the ability to jump about 10 feet high and over 30 feet far, their bodies are optimized for escape. However, when separated from the herd, the open space around them, even for a short distance, creates a risk. From that open space, on a low mound, 3 cheetahs pressed close to the ground, observing the impala herd. They waited for one to break away, maintaining a steady distance and limiting movement. When the opportune moment arrived, all 3 accelerated simultaneously, forcing the prey to react immediately. As soon as the safe zone was breached, the impala constantly changed direction. But the short chase distance and pressure from multiple directions caused its speed to gradually decrease. One cheetah pounced from behind, while the other 2 closed in. In just a few seconds, the prey was subdued and the hunt was over. The outcome showed that the advantage belonged to the side that controlled the surrounding conditions and the timing of the action. When moving to a disadvantageous area, the ability to react decreased significantly. Therefore, the outcome was usually decided in a short time and difficult to reverse. Through each confrontation, it's clear that strength is only part of the picture. It's the ability to adapt, coordinate, and control the timing that makes the difference. In nature, the one who maintains the initiative amidst constant changes has a greater chance of gaining an advantage over their opponent. Because on the savannah, victory doesn't belong to the strongest, but to the one who makes the right decision at the right moment.